everybody, welcome back to a new video of L'Année en l'air. Today I will show you how the different parts of the cockpit interact with the flight simulator. We will start with explain and we will continue with pitch 3D. I see you in few seconds. Welcome back everybody, so we are back in explain 11. You can see the view on each screen, on the two side view and the front view. Now I will show you how the different parts works together. So I will first open the explain folder. Okay, and here I will start with TRC. It's Simchat application. So I'm starting with the first Simchat application and I'm starting with the second one, and I have to connect it to the flight simulator. Okay, you can see that it is connected. Okay, now we're back and I have to start the Ruscal servo flap. This Ruscal servo flap make this part and the flap working. Okay, and also this parking brake working. Then I will continue with the Ruscal power trim. Ruscal power trim make the elevator trim working, and this the rudder trim and the cowl flap and the fuel selector are recognized by the flight simulator as a joystick, so we don't have to make any program for these parts to work. They work automatically with the flight simulator and I have to set them inside the flight simulator. Next I will start the control of the force feedback yoke. Okay, I'm starting. This is flight illusion yoke, so I'm starting and you will see that the two yoke will move. Okay, they move together. Now you can see that if I move one, the other move too. Okay, perfect. You can also see that the panel LED are working. So when I move them, when I move the LED switch, it changes the light of the panel. Switch of the avionic works, so if I move it, you can see that I have some light on the avionic and on this one too, and it stops when I move the switch. The LED on the avionic gauges from Simchat are not very bright, so you can see it's yellow LED and it's not very hard, so I use it. But when it's really dark in the cockpit, the light is not as perfect as I expected. Now I will show you the other part, which is the G1000 from Project Magenta. Welcome back. So I will show you now the Project Magenta G1000. So we are now on the other computer. So I start the G1000 folder and I can see that there is two programs. One for the PFD, which is a primary flight display, and one for the MFD, which is a multi-flight display, where we have the information about the motors and the cards. and the map. So I'm starting PFD, and you will see that this will appear on the PFD screen. Wait for a few seconds and you will see it now. Okay, perfect. So it has started. Now we have to start the MFD. We can start them together, but I prefer showing you each part one by one. So now the MFD will start again in few seconds, and it is. But the two programs are not connected to the simulator. So I have to start a small program. The name is XP Wide Client. There is also Wide FS for Prepare 3D, and XP Wide Client is for Explain. This is a small program that connects FSO IPC or XPO IPC for Explain with the J1000 Project Magenta. So I'm starting it, and it has found that Explain is starting. Now you can see that the two screens are black. Okay? I will also show you how I made my color, the color of my screen as I want. So I'm starting a small program, a small software which is NVIDIA software, and on this software I can change the contrast and the brightness of the screen. I made one that I love, and you will see that it will change the contrast of the screen. I make the same for the other screen. You will see. Okay, I'm changing it. Okay, and now I have much more contrast and much more gamma on the right and the left screen. This will make now I have much more contrast on the left and on the right screen. On the front screen I also use NVIDIA software, but I also use MaxFX, which is a small software where I can change the contrast and the gamma of the simulator. This will change only the front screen. It won't change the right and the left screen. So I use it for the front screen, and I'm using the NVIDIA program for the lateral screen. Okay, so now we will start the engine, and you will see how does the different program work. Okay, so now I will start the engine, and you will see how the different program work. Okay, so when I start the master battery, you will see that the two J1000 application will start, and it have start. You will also see that when I move and when I switch the avionic switch, now the J1000 have started too. Now I will start the strobe light, and you can see it on the screen, the beacon light, and you can see that my parking brake is set, my cowl flap are closed, the fuel selector is on both, and I will start the key for and I will start the engine. Okay. Okay. So now I will push the mixture and the propeller. It's a Cessna 172, so the propeller doesn't exist on it, so doesn't matter. I will also push the fuel selector. You can see that when I push the throttle, the fuel flow move, and I will stop the fuel selector and I will start the engine. Okay, it have started, and I will now. Okay. Also, the engine have started. I will now show you how the yoke work together. So, when I move one yoke, you can see that the other move too. But if I want to move this one, you will see that the other doesn't move. So there is a small program on flight illusion software where I can see where I can change the auto switch master. Here I can change the force and the time I have to push the second yoke to make it master. So with my program now I can move this, and you can see that the right yoke is the master yoke. I can make the same on the pilot on the left yoke. So okay, now this one is the master. Now you saw how these different parts of my cockpit work with explain with the flight simulator. It's exactly the same with Prepare 3D. So here is my Prepare 3D folder. So when Prepare 3D have start, I also have to start my Simchat software. For Prepare 3D there is only one software that make all the parts of the cockpit working. I also have to start the servo flap and the Rascal power trim, and I have to start my flight illusion yoke software, and it also make the automatic pilot and the DME work. So look, when I stop the avionic, okay, it stopped. Okay, and when I start the avionic, it starts. I choose Project Magenta as software for my J1000 because it works with one part Prepare 3D thanks to FSU IPC, and with Explain thanks to XPU IPC, because it's XPU IPC FSU IPC compatible. Moreover, it's not very expensive, and Enrico is a good guy, and I prefer working with him than working with Flight One Tech. Their software is very good too, but it only works with Prepare 3D, and it's very expensive, almost $1,000 front of the Project Magenta that cost $100. So it's a big difference. Now I will show you the instructor station from Project Magenta. We're going out. Okay, perfect. So instructor station is here, and instructor station, with instructor station I can control the simulator. You will see. Okay, Project Magenta, instructor station. So with this software from Project Magenta I can control. It is connected with WideFS and XP client. So for example, I can choose where I want to put my plane, and I put it. Okay. I can choose the malfunction I want to make. I can choose the sim rate too. There is a lot of options to customize the flight I want to do. Okay. This is why I put this. I put this because this is video projector, and video projector don't like the light that come from outside. So when I stop every light, okay, you see that the contrast is much better. Okay, and it's nearly the same color as in the screens, but this screen is still brightening. So I put this to stop the light that come from this screen. Okay. It's a little difficult to put this. Okay, now it works. Okay, no light coming from this. Okay, so thank you guys, thank you again for watching me. I will show you some other videos in next few days, talking about the price of the different parts of the simulator and the total price. I think it's an important part. A lot of person have asked me how much does this simulator cost. I will answer you, and a lot of people told me, oh, why don't you buy a real Cessna? And I will answer you now. A real Cessna can cost the same price as this simulator, but it will cost a lot during the year, because you have to pay the parking, you have to pay the gasoline, the fuel, you have to pay the reparation. So in the simulator, no, you have to pay some settings, some new software, but nothing more. Moreover, when you want to fly in a real Cessna, you got to go to an airport. I'm living in Morocco, and there is not a lot of airport like in US or like in Europe. So I've got to go far from home for flying, and with my simulator I can come from Labor Day, start my sim, make 1 hour flight, and go to sleep after my flight. So the simulator has its advantage. That doesn't mean that I don't fly in the real world, but it means that for the moment, for my first purchase, I wanted to buy a flight simulator than real aircraft. Maybe in the future I will buy one. Maybe I will buy this one, which is C206, or the Cessna 182 Skyline. And this is the Skyhawk Cessna 172. Okay, but for the moment I've got this one, and I love it. Okay, bye bye guys.